To ensure valid gamma spectroscopy measurements using Genie 2000, 3 different types of calibrations are required for each detector. These include energy, peak shape, and efficiency calibrations. Following a formal calibration of the system, it is reasonable to expect some drifting or fluctuation in observed spectral peak channel locations. These unwanted changes in peak centroid channel are usually small in magnitude and easily correctable by performing simple adjustments of the fine gain setting for the affected detector data source. In standard Genie 2000, these adjustments are performed using the MCA adjust option within the GAA or Gamma Acquisition and Analysis application. The purpose of this do-it-yourself video is to demonstrate how to adjust the fine gain settings for a typical high-purity germanium detector data source. Reference peak channel locations are commonly tracked and evaluated for each detector by performing routine calibration check counts using a designated radioactive check source that emits gammas with 2 or more known energies. For this demonstration, we will use a check source that contains cesium-137 and cobalt-60, with gamma emission energies at 662, 1,173, and 1,332.5 keV. We will also make the following additional assumptions. Our detector data source was defined with DET7777 as the input name. Our detector has been properly cooled to liquid nitrogen temperature, and the proper high voltage has already been applied. A valid energy calibration has already been performed, and channel 2665 is the expected location for 1,332.5 keV. To begin, we will open our DET7777 data source in the GAA window. Click on File, then click on Open Data Source. Highlight DET7777, click on the Open Action button. Clear any existing spectral data that might be displayed for a previous count. Place the appropriate check source at a reproducible position that has been designated for routine calibration check counts, and then start a count to check the current channel locations of the observed spectral peaks. After approximately 30 seconds of spectral data acquisition, examine the current channel location of the highest energy reference peak whose desired channel location has been predetermined. The expanded display can be enabled, and the marker info status page can be viewed with the left and right markers moved to bracket the peak of interest to better evaluate that peak's centroid channel location. For this demonstration, we will focus on the spectral peak known to be associated with the 1,332.5 keV gamma emitted by cobalt-60 in our check source. Assume that the desired channel location for this peak is channel 2665, but its current location is channel 2659. We will now use the MCA adjust option in GAA and increase the fine gain setting to move this peak to the proper channel location. This process might require several iterations of adjusting the fine gain, clearing the spectral data, and re-examining the new peak location before this peak is centered at channel 2665. From within the MCA Adjust dialog, select the Gain option. Assume the initial fine gain value is 1.2849, and this setting is causing the reference peak with known energy of 1,332.5 keV to appear at channel 2659. We know we need to increase the fine gain to move a peak to a higher channel, or decrease the fine gain to move a peak to a lower channel. In this case, we want to move the 1,332.5 keV peak 6 channels to the right so that it appears in channel 2665. For our first iteration, we will increase the fine gain value from 1.2849 to 1.3667. Clear the spectral data and examine the new peak channel location. Continue adjusting until the peak is at the cursor and our final number is 1.2890. Let's assume the new location for our 1332.5 keV reference peak after this adjustment is channel 2665, right where we want it to appear. We now need to save the new fine gain setting of 1.2890. Click on the Exit Action button in the Adjust dialog screen, and then stop the spectral data acquisition if the preset time has not already elapsed. Click on File in the GAA window menu bar, and then click on the Save menu option. This concludes our video demonstration on how to perform a detector gain adjustment in Genie 2000.
For further assistance, please call 1-800-255-6370.